What is that vacation story we need to know about after Alicia just told us a moment ago that her window got smashed by a coconut? Good times. Hey, but you still were at the Florida Keys for a week, so good for you.
And look at the ocean and feel a little better.
Oh, that'll always make you feel better. Can we take this conversation for the audience to Kyle in Myrtle Beach as a teenager?
Oh, I love this.
That's one of my favorite vacation
What
stories that I
happened?
wasn't involved in.
Sarah knows. Sarah, you know this story.
Well,
it's when I had my first kiss. This is what Brian's referencing.
I thought you were talking about disasters, which I guess that kind of was.
It was a disaster. I didn't know. I was an open mouth kisser. I learned from Young and the Restless, and
And you had braces.
I had braces. I really.
Oh, I love it.
I swallowed her mouth up like a whale back in the day. It was so bad.
What's that biblical story?
Oh, Jonah.
I was like 14 or 15.
You sweet boy.
It was like that whale swallowing up that kayaker several months ago. That was me on this poor individual, this poor teenager, and I was like 13 or 14. I didn't know what I was doing,
Kyle.
guys. It was embarrassing. I had braces.
And you, as the male, you felt like you had to lead. You had to lead the dance, so you went for it.
That's so funny. I was just going to say, as the woman, because I had a guy that I'd wanted to kiss for so long. His name was Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
And when he kissed me, it was like he was eating a hamburger. He was going, and I was like, what is this guy doing? But you guys didn't know, and like as the girl, you're like, I don't know. You just expect the guy to know.
Exactly, but we don't know. Like Kyle said, you learn from Young and the
Watching
Restless
TV.
or MTV's Best Kiss 1995.
You thought I was a Baywatch lifeguard giving her CPR trying to save her life. That's how I was attempting to kiss
She's
this.
like, I need a towel now.
Yes,
You
it
know
was
how in
horrible.
ballroom dancing, like the male typically leads and they know the steps. You're going to do a waltz. The man takes the woman and leads the entire thing, and the woman falls into the steps. That's how it is with kissing, except like Kyle, me on our first kisses, that guy that was eating your mouth like a hamburger, we didn't know the dance. We never learned the steps. We never practiced.
He was so cute. I thought for sure he had to know the dance, but I guess he did.
But that's what makes me feel bad for dudes when women are like, "Oh, he's such a bad kisser," and it's I think.
Well, you don't
dude
tell him
doesn't
in the
know
moment.
steps.
Well, you don't tell him in the moment. That's the thing. That's where the disadvantage is, right? You can't say, dude, you got to change this. This is weird because you don't want to hurt their feelings.
Right.
So
There
how are
needs
they
to be
supposed to learn?
That's a good point, though. There needs to be some sort of
kissing class?
Don't take this personal. Kissing class.
That could go
with
south
positive
so
feedback.
fast.
If you've ever seen a fish trying to catch its food in an aquarium, that was me trying to kiss.
So what are your vacation stories?
thanks
This is
for
what happened to Kyle in Myrtle Beach.
So thanks for bringing up my Myrtle Beach memories, Brian.
Glad we went there.
I am too.
Yeah, 14-year-old Kyle had no idea what he was doing.
Yeah, I had game.
You know what was sad is it took me another 4 years to figure out my life when it came to anything, when it came to that
That's
sort of
okay.
stuff. The number of times they looked at me like, what are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing.
Did you at least close your eyes?
I have no idea what
Tell
I'm
me you
doing.
closed your eyes, though.
Yes, I closed my eyes. Although, for sure, there's definitely a few times where you open just to see if they're looking at you.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
I did the same thing too. My first kiss, I kept going, eyes open. Oh God, no, he's gonna look at me. Eyes closed.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't like what's in my mouth right now. Eyes open.
You are lying to us if you've never at least opened your eyes once in the middle of it, and then it's always weird when they are looking back at you and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like an M. Night Shyamalan Stephen King moment where you guys are making eye contact that close to each other. It's not two eyes, it's one eye because your eyes are crossed looking at him.
You cyclopsed each other.
You cyclops so hard. Anyway, your vacation moment's gone wrong. Thanks for bringing it up, Brian.
Oh, that was so fun.
We've all cyclops where you just want to look.
Just a
Are
little
they looking at us right now as we're kissing each other?
I would always look to make sure they were enjoying themselves.
You were
peek,
so close.
okay.
How could you tell?
Well, you just see,
Good question.
are they showing passion in their face?
God.
Oh, good. Good,
Brian-
they're having a great time.
Brian wants his
I'm
instant.
delivering.
Brian wants his instant Yelp review in that moment.
Totally.
5 stars?
How am I doing?
4.5?
Yes.
How am I doing, Cyclops?
Did you have a great time? Tell me all about it. Here's a survey, and you could win $500.